In a world where success is being sought after, yet in the wrong places, guiding you through the secrets to maximizing productivity and achieving your goals is my utmost priority. Welcome to Productivity Mind, and I'm your host, Perebo Adumo, aka the CEO. We will dive into actionable tips, inspiring stories, and expert interviews to help you work smarter, not harder. So grab your favorite beverage, relax, and let's get productive. Welcome to today's podcast. In today's podcast, I'm going to be talking about productivity. Remember, this is Productivity Mind, so it's only worth it that the word productivity be given its fair share of discussion. So, what is productivity? According to Investopedia, productivity is a measure of performance that compares the outputs of a product with the input or resources required to produce it. But for me, I love to keep things short and simple. So I will say productivity is a combination of two words, product and activity. I come again, product and activity. So it means for somebody to be said to be productive, the person must have a product and there must be an activity around that product. So if you have a product and you're doing nothing about it, then you're not being productive. So when I say product, I don't necessarily mean having something handy or something physical. It could be the ideas in your head. It could be that one thing that you are so good at, that skill. If you're not bringing forth activity around it, then you will be far from productivity. Remember, the goal of economics has always been to use scarce resources to make better use, or should I say, bring forth output that outweighs even the little resources that is put into it. So productivity, I would say, is to be measured by some sort, because that's the only way you are certain that whatever you're putting in, the resources you're putting in, the scarce resources you're putting in, is yielding results. So if I put in a little measure of input, I should be able to measure the outputs and then compare and see, did I make more from the little input I put in, or am I actually putting so much and getting little results? In the words of Socrates, one of the greatest philosophers that ever lived, an unexamined life is not worth living. And that statement can do a whole lot for a man who understands it. An unexamined life is not worth living. So I need to examine my life and ask myself, am I being productive with my daily activities? So it's beyond having activity around the things of your life. The question is, the activities that are happening, are they yielding results? Are you being productive? So as you go about your day, as you look into your businesses or your workplace, whatever you do, or maybe you're an entrepreneur or probably a student, I want you to have this at the back of your mind, that whatever input you are going to put in everything you do, whatever resources goes into what you do, there must be a commensurate output. And of course, the output has to be more than the input before we can say you are productive. Yet, productivity is in measures. So somebody can be 10% productive and another could be 50% productive. If you have been 10% productive thus far or 20% productive, you can push the bar and increase your level of productivity. So on this note, I'll say thank you for listening to today's podcast. Go and be productive.